your child has been accepted into the instrumental program at WESS. The strings program starts in grade 3 and the band program starts in grade 4. Both these programs go right through until grade 6. So as part of the program, your child's commitment is to remain in the program throughout their time at West End State School. This includes their small group lessons and also any concerts or performances that the band or the strings take part in. It also includes camps that happen throughout the year. So the instrumental teacher's role is to assess and recruit the students to begin with. They teach the children throughout the year in small groups, and it is emphasised that this is an ensemble program, so they're not taught individually, but they are taught in a group to perform as a group. And that's played out when we do our concerts at the end of the year and also at the end of term 2. Our teachers are also involved in reporting and assessing your students as they progress throughout the program. So your child will get an additional comment on their report card which covers their instrumental progress throughout that program. I also just want to mention that if you want any further information, if you haven't already done so, please have a look at our school website, go to the curriculum tab, then click on music, and you'll see information there regarding our music program. Scroll down to the bottom of the page and you'll see a link to our music handbook. And really most of the information that you need about our school program, including choirs and class music, is found there. So I do recommend that you have a look at that.
I'm Tara Neal and I'm the band teacher at West End State School. I'm going to talk to you about instruments, whether you've indicated you like to hire one or you own the instrument. So on the form that you were sent was some information about the offer. In particular, it might have offered to hire you an instrument. So in our handbook you'll find that if your child plays a large instrument, and a particularly expensive one like bass clarinet, French horn, euphonium, or tenor sax or baritone sax, they're actually able to continue hiring throughout all their years in primary school. So you'll definitely be offered a hire instrument in your first year of playing. The other instruments we try and offer a hire the first year. So these are instruments like the flute, the clarinet, the alto sax, the trumpet, the trombone, which are, compared to the other instruments, relatively inexpensive. So we'll offer you that hire. The school charges a higher price each year of $200, and some parents may have access to an instrument elsewhere, either in the family or they found something suitable for their child online, second-hand or new, and in that case, if you could let the school know that you don't need to use a school instrument and you can bring that instrument. So for the first year, everyone has the opportunity of a hire instrument unless we've had some communication from your family that you're going to be providing your own. So other things that you need to start instrumental music. Lessons start in week 2, term 1. During that first week of term, your child will get given a timetable, and it's very likely you'll be emailed this timetable too, letting them know when their lesson is. Their lesson will be on Mondays at West End State School. So they'll need to bring whatever they need for the instrumental music lesson. They might not have their instrument yet, they might be getting that in their first lesson with us. What they will need though are resources like the book for their instrument. If they play a clarinet or saxophone, there's reeds. If they play trumpets, trombones, tubas, or French horns, there's valve oil. Flutes and clarinets and saxophones have pull-throughs or cleaning rods and things like that. All the things for your child to start learning and playing music in week 2 of term 1 is on the handbook. It'll also get emailed to you. So it's really important not to leave that until after they've had their first lesson because they won't be able to do all the things that are explained in that first lesson. So again, if you look on the school website, that's found in the music handbook, and this information will still be emailed to you. Please email band@West End State School, or the email that I'll send to you before you start. Any questions about maybe you found an instrument online, you want some information, or you don't know what book to have or what reed to get, any of that sort of stuff. In particular, percussion, we ask that you get drum pad and some sticks as well as the book and a small glockenspiel. So you may have found there's some different size small glockenspiels with quite big differences in prices. So feel free to email me and get some advice about which one to get. So they're the things you need for week 2, term 1 next year. Expectations of our students. So if you've taken a place in instrumental music, it is a skill-based learning. So what happens there is that we expect that every week there is regular practice. In the lesson, we'll learn new concepts, have explained, be shown, have a go in our small groups. Then, at home during the week, your child should have somewhere suitable to practice each day or at various set days to fit in with your schedule, so that when they come back, they've progressed a little way on that skill. It's really important for regular practice so they don't fall behind their class and they end up sounding great with regular practice as well. The other expectation is that when the Year 4 band starts, so in term 1 we just have group lessons. In term 2, in addition to group lessons, you have junior or Year 4 band, and students learn how to play in a band, so they're taught ensemble skills. So they'll be playing music that is taught to them in the private lesson as well, and they'll be able to have a lot of fun learning how to play different parts with others in their group. On the days they have band or lessons, often they can bring them to the music room in the morning for the band, and then when they finish they take it back to their classroom and bring it home. Again, any questions about that you might want to email just to check, especially if it's a heavier instrument. That can sometimes cause troubles if the child is maybe cycling home or walking a long distance.
Hello, my name is Margot Fleming. I'm here to talk to you about the string program here at West End State School. If you're looking at your child learning the violin, the viola, the cello or the double bass, your 30-minute lesson will be on Fridays, and in term 4 your child will be invited to join the string orchestra, which will rehearse on Friday mornings at 7:30 a.m, and that's so that they can be a part of the end of year concert. So that will start in term 4. If you're looking at supplying your child with an instrument, most children will be a half size. It's probably a good idea to have your child measured, have their arm length measured. And probably the best places to start is simply for strings at Red Hill or vivace music at Mount Gravatt. Your child will also need books and accessories, which are also included in the handbook. Rosin for the bow, shoulder rests, cello stops, things like that. That's all listed in the handbook. If you have any inquiries after you've read the handbook and you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to email me on strings@westendstateschool.eq.edu.au, and that's also listed in the handbook. Thank you. Bye.